Listening to Jonesy's Jukebox on KLOS. That was the Paranoid Social Club. Count on Me. Before that was Status Quo. Roll Over, Lay Down. RPG, Paralyzed. Fu Manchu, Written in Stone. Black Sabbath, Supernaut. And the Mutants, Your Desert, My Mind. I'm here with my guest, Josh Homme.
Yeah.
How are you, sweetie pie?
I'm good. You look fantastic.
Thank you. I love your thing.
That could be anything. I love your thing too. That's why I'm here.
Now put it away. I'll put mine away. Yeah, I'm a fan of gold teeth, and now seeing you now, because I have one, and this, I don't know why I listened to this dentist. Well, I know why I listened to him. It was falling out. It was loose.
Yeah.
It couldn't get it. I'd had to add a implant in order for it to work.
Yeah.
And he talked me out of it, this guy.
I don't know what it is that my dentist tried to talk me out of it as well.
They don't think it's a perfect smile. They think you look like a bum.
He said to me, "You'll never get a real job." And I said, "Will you just look down the rest of my body? just look around, you know. I'm never going to have a real job anyways."
You have a beautiful physique.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Do you work out, or you just naturally
No, you
Adonis?
know, I was an exotic dancer, and I tried to pay my way through dental school.
Yeah.
No, I just stay up late a lot. That's
Yeah.
my workout routine. Smoke cigarettes and stay up late.
So you've been busy, man.
Yeah.
Since
been
I
busy.
last saw you, when you
Yeah.
came here with Iggy.
Yeah, that was great.
That whole tour, which I'd never told you, but it was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yeah,
at the Greek.
I every night was like a gift. You know, I'm playing Detroit and Berlin with Iggy, and it was just, and we played the Royal. It's so hard for me to say this. The Royal Albert Hall. Yeah, the R. Yeah. You got to have an accent to say that. It sounds like I have just a ton of marbles in my mouth. That's Royal Albert Hall.
The Royal Albert Hall.
The Royal Albert Hall. It's much easier to say it that way. Yeah.
You know who he was, right? Royal Albert. He was married to Queen Victoria. He was his bit on the side. She was crazy about him.
Right.
You know, he had a thing in his knob.
So that's the Prince Albert,
Yes.
the dressing to the left or dressing to the right.
Exactly.
Because I knew about that because I'm always trying to figure out what side I should dress on.
Yeah.
I'm just unwilling to pierce it to find out.
Yeah. No thanks.
Yeah. So that was the Prince Albert.
The guy, yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing.
She was obsessed with him, and she built that building for him.
Well, he's got an amazing set of halls.
Yeah. How was that show? All my English friends who went to that said it was amazing. Did you have any bad shows where things went wrong on that whole tour?
You know, we rehearsed for 2 months and we toured for 6 weeks, and we spent so much time trying to play it as exact sonically and just physically and mentally as we could, because it felt like on tour he'd interpreted the songs a lot of times, and we wanted to just see how close we could get.
Yeah.
And I think the Royal Albert Hall was the best show I've ever been played and been in the band ever.
Sounds good in there, right?
It sounds great, and you know, he made this top 10. I said, make the top 10 list of the things you've always wanted to do, and that was number 2.
Royal Albert Hall.
Yeah, and it sold out in 30 seconds, and you know, people always say, "Oh, you know what the truth is," and then their face makes noise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was great to not do that and have something happen and stand next to him and say, "What do you think?"
Yeah.
You know, and sort of witness the truth together instead of tell him what the friggin' truth was.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, whenever I've seen Iggy before, he normally puts like a whatever band together, and he goes out and tries
Sure.
to make as much dough as he can as cheap as possible. This was like, did you have a part of that, the production?
Yeah, I mean, I you know, I felt like I'd gotten so much just from Iggy over the years, and then having gotten to know him and really, really enjoy his company. He's a great guy.
He's funny.
And he's funny, he's well read, he's into stuff. He turned me on to more new music than I you know, could have imagined.
Yeah.
And so I felt like if we played these seated places we weren't supposed to go, and if we kind of like swanked it up a little bit, and it's kind of like armor in a way. You wear these like nice suits, but you don't look like you just came in off the street, you know.
Right.
And if the lights and all this, if it was all done on purpose, I thought for me it was like little gifts back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, I knew he wouldn't wear the goddamn jacket for long. You know.
Yeah, it never does.
It was like 50 seconds. I think that's pretty good, though. It was like 50 seconds. It's pretty good. You know.
It was so great, man. It was such a great production. The set, you know, the songs, the lighting, and all you guys wearing the same kind of gear. It was just best I've ever seen him.
Thanks. I really appreciate that. It was the coolest thing I've ever been allowed to be part of. I would have made friggin' tea for that and been happy.
Yeah.
And also I think there's all this silent majority. I was trying to tell him that there's this silent majority that loves Iggy and they want to have a reason to get together.
Yeah.
And they need that reason and he kind of didn't. I don't think he looked at it that way, and so it was nice to be there when he saw that appreciation too.
Yeah.
It felt good, you know.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, everyone loved it. It was such a people couldn't get enough of it, especially when he come out into the crowd, and he was walking around it. They were like, he's like he's Jesus or something.
Yeah. Well, but like I learned this thing because I every show needs to be real and it needs to be the whatever's going on that night. And so if things are going south, I just ride that south. If it's blood, it's blood. If it's spit, if it's love, it's dance. I've always let it tell me where to go. But he doesn't do that. There was one show in Florida, in Miami, that was the toughest one, and it was the only one that was kind of tough. And he refused to let the audience go down.
Yeah.
He never gave up.
Yeah.
And he started screaming, "I need you!
Yeah.
I need you!" And he turned it around, and it ended up being one of the most energetic endings that we had.
Yeah.
And it was all based on him.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I thought I'll never let it degenerate to blood unless that's the last ditch.
Yeah.
You know, I won't give up on it ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if it's gonna blow up, I always thought, well, it might as well light the fuse, right?
Yeah.
But he doesn't really. He didn't do that ever. It was a surprise, actually. You know.
Do you think you might ever do that again? Another.
I'd like to. I would love to, but I'd love to like almost stand back and wait till he doesn't expect it, and then see if like, what if we did?
Yeah.
You know? I guess I just blew that by saying that, but
Yeah.
you know, and I wanted to continue, but it never got to that spot where anyone in the band or crew was like, "Oh, here we go again." It never got there.
Yeah.
It was just really the best thing that I've ever been a part of.
We're going to play a track from the live CD. What track we playing?
Tonight.
Do we have Sweet 16 on there? That blew my mind when you guys played that.
Yeah. Oh my God, you mess.
Can you play that one?
You've played that with him though, haven't you? You've played shows with him and all that. Did you ever play Sweet 16?
No. When I play, what's going on?
I'm not sure it's clean. I'm not sure
is it
it's
not clean?
I'm not sure.
Well, can we wipe it down
tonight
or
is
something?
clean.
Yeah.
Okay, play tonight then.
Cleanly.
Cleanly, please. Albert, ask Albert. Josh Homme with my guest. We're going to play a bit of. Who produced this? You didn't have nothing. Did you produce this, the live one?
Yeah, I mean, this guy, his Sheps, Andrew Sheps, mixed it, and he just did a great job of representing that meld between live and the record. You know, he kind of got it. He's a huge Iggy fan too, and that was the thing. Everyone that got to work on it was like, "I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll pay.
Course,
I'll pay to do
course.
it." You know.
Where was it recorded? Various places or?
No, this was all Albert Hall. This was all the Royal Albert Hall.
He's getting some love in Albert today,
Yeah.
isn't he?
I don't know what side he's dressing on today. Yeah.
Take it away, son. You're listening to Jonesy's Jukebox, KLOS. That was Queen, Liar. That was from their first album. Beautiful. Before that was the Queens of the Stone Age. The way,
That's a lot of Queen going on.
the way you used to. It was fascinating looking at you when we played that.
Anywhere else, I'd probably be masturbating in front of the mirror, but for some reason here, I had to split for a sec, for at least a piece of it.
Oh man. So yeah, I've been off smokes for 16 years now.
I would love that.
I went to Kerry Gaynor, the guy with the
Magic wig.
and
Oh,
magic.
damn it, I ruined it for myself.
But no, it's good.
But I can't be hypnotized. That's what I learned is I cannot be hypnotized. And I, as I said, I ended up. This was not Kerry. This was another fella who will remain nameless because he tried he tried quite hard and he did good. I mean, wasn't hypnotized, but I felt relaxed and he seemed really into it.
I tell you, when I did the thing with Kerry Gaynor, you know, he says, "Okay, you're gonna go down there and push you in the lazy boy."
Which I like that. I was in a Lazy Boy too. I enjoyed that.
I like the lazy boy.
Yeah.
And then he starts, you know, saying you're going to go down, and you're just thinking, I could open my eyes any time and start laughing, but I went along with it.
Yeah, I tried to. I tried to, like, go down the rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You know? Instead, I was in a regular hole, and it was not too deep.
Yeah.
So I need to go to Kerry, is what you're saying.
Well, the thing is, I just went along with it. I felt like I could have control at any time. But I guess then people you see on stage when they start doing a chicken.
Yeah, which I love. I love that.
Yeah.
You know, I guess perhaps I'm not letting myself go enough because I'm afraid I'll wake up doing the chicken.
Doing the chicken.
Yeah. And
doing the Freddy.
Yeah. Deep frying the chicken, as they say, you know. And so I gotta let it go. I mean, I felt like I was letting it go, and I just felt like he just didn't. He did good. He tried hard. This was not Kerry. This was another nameless hypnotist, and yeah, he tried really hard.
But I thought it was a farce too, and then the next thing I know, I'm not smoking.
Same with Ronson. He went to Kerry, and you were saying you went to Kerry too. Yeah. Yeah. So I just think I went to the wrong damn guy, and I probably should give it another try.
You're like the way his secret weapon.
I just don't want to wake up holding it. Actually, I don't really care if I woke up holding it. I think I'll be all right with that.
Well, listen, I hypnotized you yesterday. I don't know if you know it, but I wanted you to come on the show, so I hypnotized you, and I did it live on the air.
Oh, just really?
Yeah. And it's funny enough, and here you are, because they were saying you were going to come in Monday, maybe.
Well, can you get me to quit smoking?
Well, that's what I'm going to do right now.
Okay.
Josh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When I count down to 10, you will forget all your worries, connections to smoking. This will enter your head, your membrane, and your cortex. You will court your cortex. The smoke will leave your system. You will breathe in goodness. Breathe out succubus. When I count down from 10, Josh, the urge to smoke and stuff them feelings will disappear. 10, 9, Joshua Tree. 8, 7, 4, Joshua Tree home. Cactuses, rattlesnake oil. Where am I? 2, 1. Thank you.
Oh my God, that was amazing. Anyone else feel really good?
Yeah.
No? Okay. That was great. That was amazing.
That was a bucket list.
Yeah. Snake oil.
Yeah. Oh man, that was great.
I knew I should come here, man. Learn something, take something away.
Yeah.
That's great.
We just give. We just give you.
Give and give.
So you're gonna back to business, I suppose. You're gonna go on the road.
Yeah, we're gonna go do the thing, you know. But actually, there's a bunch of records coming out, so I think that there's gonna be a bunch of folks out there. You know, the Foos are putting out a record, and the Monkeys at some point here are gonna go in, and you know, there's a I like Ty Segall and this band Broncho I was telling you about, and there's a whole bunch of music coming this way. So I kind of looking forward to the next couple of years of getting out there, because you get to see as much as you get to play too. So
yeah. Do you think it's a dying breed, the rock thing?
I think people love to say that because they love to pretend to know what's going on.
Right.
But it's always one song away, and it's ridiculous. Like people are like, well, the album is dead. It's like, fine, so it's a collection of songs, whatever you like.
Yeah.
And I always look at it like I play music, and I don't worry. You say rock, I say tomato. I don't ever worry about that stuff.
You just get on with it.
Yeah, who cares? I mean, that seems like something that you do at a record store. Like, where do I put this? I'll put this in the rocks. Should I really? It's dead over there.
Yeah.
No one's over there. Should I really go over there?
Yeah.
But I don't know. What do you call it when it starts to meld a bunch of stuff together?
Yeah. Have you heard the Foos song they got out right now?
Yeah, I got. We were at United, and they were at East West, one building away.
Yeah.
And Dave brought this green egg, that barbecue, the smoker. And so he was just cooking all the time. And it was really delicious to be recording so close together, And he's a fairly good cook, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, a barbecue?
Yeah. His giggling ass, like barbecuing all the time. It's a good start.
You a barbecue guy?
Yeah, I like that.
Do you cook though in a house as well?
Yeah, I like to cook. I'm not good at it, but I do. I mean, I do. If it's put it on the barbecue, I'm good there.
I can make beans on toast.
Yeah, breakfast of champions.
Yeah, I love beans on toast.
I can throw some ribs around.
Yeah,
I can do that. I could do that. But unless you want to have ribs every day, if you want to have that, you're in good shape.
Baby back.
Yeah. Is that is that a nickname or yeah?
Baby bareback.
Another hypnotized trait from the show.
What are we doing? We played some music.
Well, we're going to go to the Duke pretty soon here, but I just wanted to mention that the album Billings is out on August 25th, and there's a tour going on sale. There's a pre-sale that's happening June 20th. It starts. Then the general on sale is June 22nd.
And then the post-general on sale is after that.
For the folks in Southern California, you can see Queens of the Stone Age at the Majestic Bentor Theater August 10th. That's also part of that same pre-sale happening June 20th.
Yeah.
That's a fine place, that Ventura Theater.
I like going up there.
Yeah.
We're just kind of warm up and dip a toe in the water.
Yeah.
There. Yeah.
You got the same lineup?
Yeah. This lineup is pretty damn good with John Theodore on drums and Troy, and Troy always smells terrific, and Dean, played with Dead Weather, and Mikey Shoes on bass. It's a good lineup.
You gonna wear any suits?
I was thinking about that. I was thinking how comfortable that was, and Iggy knowing what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And they were quite sparkly, like, because now what do I do? They're just gonna be like the most dapper guy at the Christmas party right now.
Yeah.
With these red jackets and whatnot.
Yeah. It's a good look, man. It's a good look.
Yeah, it's a good look. It's tight.
It looks pro,
Yeah, and you don't look like you work at a damn bank or some business,
Yeah.
or bartender or something. Yeah.
Just make sure you all have man buns.
Yeah. Samurai.
We're going to visit the Duke. We'll be right back after these lovely messages. Thank you.
I can't stand rules.
And rules are meant to be broken. Ask Albert.
Yeah. He probably was breaking some rules.
I think he was.
And imagine asking somebody for the first time and be like, I know you've held it and you've seen it, but will you pierce it?
Yeah. I want to go up a step further.
Yeah. Like, sure, no one's done it, babe. It's kind of a tough ask.
Is it? I mean, from back then, whenever that was, in the 17th century, 18th century, it's pretty bold. It's pretty up front. Where did he get the idea from? Did he go to
Why did he think that was necessary for dressing? That's a fashion commitment, and you could get really infected. It could go south real quick.
Yeah.
I respect that though.
I wonder where he got the idea. I wonder if he went on some excursion through through the Amazon or something, and a few other, the locals had it done. He's like, "That's a great idea."
Yeah, and he would have been like, "That's a great idea." Oh, damn it! I'm glad I'm here.
Oh man, that was David Bowie, Young Americans. Iggy tonight live at the Royal
Albert Hall.
Oh, beautiful. And you've just done an album.
Yeah.
Is it completed?
It's done. It's all done. It's completed.
You've been doing that for a while, months?
Yeah, I mean, we started in January and then finished in March, and I don't like to second guess because that's you're guessing for the second time.
Yeah.
And I don't like to do demos or anything. Just kind of fling it out there, and I mean, I like to stay until we're happy.
Yeah.
Because then whatever the kind of the only control you have is to let it go
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah. Mark Ronson, though, he's a talented guy.
He is. He's a good guy too. I think also people, because I thought people will say, "What? You did what?"
Yeah, I
I
know.
like that. I
Yeah.
like all that stuff.
Yeah, but it's good. I like the song we've been playing.
Yeah, it's cool. It turned out good. I mean,
Yeah.
and that was I had written that way before, about a year and a half before we started. So it became one of the kind of benchmarks or the posts. I had 2 of the songs before, and the rest, kind of came in the studio. But Ronson's great. He's a good communicator. He works his ass off. That guy.
Yeah.
I'm used to trying to get people to keep up,
Yeah.
and he just
He's all
he just went right. He's like, I'm going to go to Beijing and DJ over the weekend, and I'll be back on Monday. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
He went to Madagascar to DJ. I was like, that's not even a real.
For $10 million.
And he goes, I said, how's Madagascar? Jokingly, and he said, strangely, they don't have the movie Madagascar on the hotel room thing here. So I thought that was pretty clever for that kind of time change.
I did a voiceover for Madagascar free, actually.
Yeah, I know. I have 3 kids, so I've heard it.
Yeah, me and Vinnie Jones.
Yeah.
We were the Joneses. We would have took two little bulldogs or little dogs in it.
Keeping up with those Joneses.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
But he's I like him. I like him. I think he's a talented guy, Mark Ronson, for sure.
Yeah, and he's a music fan, so the amount of kind of overlap of interest that we had was, I think, it surprised me, and he likes to stay on task. And
Did you have to did you have a lot of input as well, though?
I mean, the truth is I always think, how much could he really change it when we know what we want to do?
Yeah.
But the actual practice of it was that, and I like to do stuff in secrets. That way you're kind of only doing it for each other.
Yeah.
You're trying to change the look on each other's face.
Yeah.
And no one else kind of matters in that moment except the people close to you. And I guess we're always asking people to immerse themselves in our world and start from that starting
Yeah.
point. And he just jumped right in, and we had a great time. And he had he's very beat centric, which I like that too.
Yeah.
And so it was just really helpful. It was cool to have somebody, because we don't often work with other people.
Where did you do it? Not out in the desert.
No, actually, because I've been listening to so much Dean Martin. I went to United, where Sinatra and Dino did all those recording, Nat King Cole.
Really?
And it's the same gear, same everything. So I thought, well, I've just got to. And then we mixed it at my place in Burbank.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
I keep wanting to go out to the desert,
It's great.
the studio.
And it's a
out
great ride, too. It's a
Yeah.
great ride out there. Dave's place is great. It's like if you look at get a home studio book, it's all the don'ts.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's like 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 40 wrongs make a weird,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
a scenario.
Is it literally in the middle of there's no other buildings around it? Is it literally in the middle of a...
Well, as is the case out there, there's a house and then a couple hundred yards and then the next house.
Oh,
And so
okay.
you get that freedom. It's surprisingly close to the road for how empty
Yeah.
empty you feel.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just me. I feel empty out there.
Do you sleep out? Where do you sleep?
Oh yeah, there's 3 houses on the
So you
property, and you
stay
sleep.
there.
But I think that's what's important, is that you can't go anywhere. Everything closes at 8. The cell phone reception sucks ass. The food is terrible, so you have these kind of community meals that everyone pitches in, and it really brings you together. And you play because what the hell else are you gonna do? There's nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And there's a couple like dirt bikes out there, and so you when you take these breaks, you do weird stuff like shoot bow and arrow or shoot pellet guns and
Lizards.
and you shoot bottles and try to split arrows.
Yeah.
And throwing knives and stuff. Is odd pursuits out
Yeah.
there to kill the time.
Yeah.
And you watch sunset every night because it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And so you don't. I don't always do that here, but I always do that there.
That's my bucket list, is to do some recording out there.
Well, you gotta
He's
find the right.
invited me.
You gotta find the right guy to take you out there. Me.
Yeah, sure. I'd love to, man.
I would love to do that. I'd be happy to take you out
Just
there.
do a couple of covers.
Yeah.
Like weird.
Yeah, absolutely. But what's great about it is that you also don't feel the sense of pressure there.
Yeah.
So, cause you almost feel like, well, who cares what we do? It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And I think that makes it, the chances of it coming out well, much greater. You know.
Does he have Pro Tools, or does he have old
He
tape?
does. He has like the second edition of Pro Tools, and it's just tools at that point, I think.
Yeah.
And you know what was there before was a 16-track half-inch, but it never seemed to matter. You solve all those problems with your mind instead of relying on gear. And I don't really care about perfect because that doesn't appeal to me. I like the mistakes, and it's great when you can't correct them anyways out there. It's like, you know, you end up trying to replay them anyways. So
Yeah.
you know, all the mistakes. Agreed. Let's try to correct that and stay fashionable.
We're gonna play your song.
My special new song.
I know you hate promoting, but we got to do it. I want to do it.
Yeah, no, then
While
let's
you're
do it.
sitting here,
Yeah, let's do it.
I want to play your song the way you used to do.
Yeah, let's do it.
I want to look at you.
Yeah, and
When we're
just
playing
see the
it.
flush go over my face.
Just
Just stare deep.
Jonesy's Jukebox, KLOS.